So hello and very good morning dear students. Well, in the last class we have started exercise 1b where we have seen the properties of isosceles triangle. Let me recall it. Okay, so this is the isosceles triangle and it was said that when these two sides are equal, then the angle made by these two equal sides will also be equal. So this is the very important property which you need to keep in mind. Okay, so based on that, let us solve question number 2. I am solving B part. Okay, A1 will be homework for you. So here is the structure where you have such type of shape where this AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so this can be written in the given part that AB is parallel to CD. Now we have to find the value of x and y in this. Okay, so let's start with this AC is equal to CE. So can you see an isosceles triangle here? AEC, where AC is equal to CE. So what can we say according to the property that these two angles will be equal? Okay, so AC is equal to CE. So we wrote angle CAE is equal to CEA, where I have considered this as equal to Z. Okay, so by angles and property in this triangle, what can we say? 70 plus Z is equal to 180. 70 plus 2Z is equal to 180. 2Z is equal to, transposing this 70 there, 180 minus 70. 2Z is equal to 110. Z will be equal to 55. Okay, so we got the value of this Z, which is 55. Now with the help of this, can we find Y with the linear pair? Because it is in the straight line. So by linear pair, 55 plus y is equal to 180, transposing 50 that side, 180 minus 55, y is equal to 125. So we got the value of y also 125. Now can you see that AB and CD, they both are parallel to each other, and I told you that if two lines are parallel, and if you can see a Z over here, so we can say that these two are alternate interior angles and they are equal if these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so if this is Z, then this will also be Z. So we only need to find this Z by taking this triangle and using the angles and properties. So in triangle ABE, 20 plus 125 plus Z is equal to 180. On solving and calculating, we got the answer 35. So by alternate interior angle reason, we may say that x is equal to 35 degree. I don't think this is a challenging question for you. You can easily solve. Okay, let us go to question number 3rd. Let's do the B1. See, I am leaving these two questions for you to do. Okay, please do it. Let's come to the question number 3rd B. Okay, so try to understand question number 3rd B. So here is the diagram. And if you can see that in the question it is told that this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side. So using the isosceles triangle property, we can equate that this AB is equal to AE and this FC is equal to FD. So FC is equal to FD and AB is equal to AE. We are given with 13 by minus 24, which we can equate with 50 minus 11. Okay, so 13 by minus 24 is equal to 50 minus 11x. Similarly, this equation can be equated with this, so 13x minus 50 is equal to 20 minus 11y. We will be solving both the sides on a parallel. Okay, so what I am doing, I am transposing this minus 11x here, so it will be plus 11x plus 13y, and minus 24, this minus 24 will be transposed that side. So we will get a final equation of 11x plus 13y is equal to 74. Similarly, you can do the calculation. See, this is, we have done with the linear equations. This calculation and this arrangement we have done already in the linear equation chapter. Now with these two equations, we know what to do, how to deal these two linear equations. By using the elimination method, we are doing so. So these two equations. Now what we do, we eliminate x. We try to eliminate the x. Here 11x is there and here 13x. We need to make them equal. So what we are doing, we are multiplying this 13 in this equation and this 11 here in this equation. So by doing so, we got 143x and 143x, so that they may be eliminated. Okay, when 13 is multiplied by 13, 169y, 13 into 74, 962, 11 with this, and we got such and such. Now 169 y minus 121 will give you 48y, okay, on subtracting, and 962 minus 770 you will get 192, okay. So y will be equal to 192 upon 48, and if you will cancel 48 with 192 you will get 4 as the answer. So we got the value of y as 4. Now you can substitute this value in any of the equation, either 1 or 2, to get the corresponding value of x, okay. So like this you can solve, okay. As you know, we have already done this method in the linear equation, okay. Now let's start some rider questions. So please write this in the copy. Now try to understand question number 5. See, fourth one, prove that the perpendicular drawn from the base of the isosceles triangle vertices from the vertex bisect the base. See, this question we already did in I think the previous exercise. Let me tell you the number of that question. That is fourth question we have done. Exercise first, question number 4. I have taken that question. Okay, so you can take the steps from those from that question. It is totally same, I think. Okay, so try to understand question number 5. So this is the isosceles triangle. They are asking you to prove that if you are drawing a vertex from this A, and if it is bisecting the base BC, then it is making a right angle. That means these two angles is 90 degree. This is to be proved. Very easy, with the help of congruency criteria and with the principle of with the property of isosceles triangle. These two will be helping us to prove it. So to prove, bisector AD meets the base at right angle. This is to be proved. That means these two angles are 90 degree. I already told you this property when we were doing the introduction of this exercise. Okay, so what is the proof? In triangle ABD and triangle ACD, these two triangles we are taking. So we know that this side is equal to this side, which is already given, and AB is equal to AC. These two are also equal because of isosceles triangle property, and AD being the common line between these two, so we can say that we got three sides, this S. So by side congruency criteria, we may say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. So by CPCT, you know the full form of CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So by CPCT we may say that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, then by linear pair, we know what is the meaning of linear pair. This whole is 180, and if these two angles are equal, then definitely they will be bifurcating in 90 and 90. So these two angles will be equal to 90, and hence, okay, so it can be an important question, so please prepare it. Then let us come to the next question. Okay, come to question number 8. Let me read. In triangle ABC, AB is equal to AC, which is given thing. BD and CE are perpendicular drawn to AC and AB respectively. Prove that BD is equal to CE. So this is the isosceles triangle where AB is equal to AC. We have to draw BD, which is perpendicular on AC, as well as CE, which is perpendicular on AB. Okay, and we have to prove that whatever the perpendicular which we have drawn, they both are equal to each other. So we will start the proof in such a way that let us take this triangle, okay, and we will take this triangle. These two triangles will be taken, and definitely the congruency criteria and isosceles triangle property will help us. So AB is equal to AC, which is given part because the triangle being the isosceles one. Angle ADB is equal to APC, each 90, which is also given because they told we have to draw a perpendicular. So this angle is equal to this angle. And as you can see that this angle A, it is common in both the triangles. So we'll take this also. So we got one side, one angle, and one more angle. So by what? By angle side congruency criteria, we can say that these two triangles are congruent to each other. And if they are congruent, then with the help of CPCT, what we can say that the remaining or the corresponding sides or angles will be equal. And we need BD should be equal to CE. So we have shown, and hence true. Okay. So try to understand question number 10. So I'm reading question number 10. Prove that the triangle formed by joining the midpoints of an equilateral triangle is also an equilateral triangle. Okay. So see, this is an equilateral triangle, and its midpoints. See, these are the three midpoints. And if you join the midpoints, so this is also becoming the equilateral triangle. This we have to prove. Okay, so what is given to us, that triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle, and let us consider that FDE being the midpoints. Okay, now we have to prove that the triangle which is formed by joining the midpoints is also an equilateral triangle. So this is a kind of interesting question. Let us prove it. So here is the proof. Okay, so as AF is equal to FB, BD will be equal to DC, and AE will be equal to EC. Why? Because this is the equilateral triangle, and we know that all the three sides are equal as well as the angles are also equal. And if you just take a midpoint, so this side will also be equal to this side is equal to this side is equal to this side, and you know even this side will also be equal to this side, or this side will also be equal to this side, because all the way they all are equal only. Okay, so like that. So as AF is equal to FB, BD is equal to DC, and AE is equal to EC, this we wrote. In triangle, let us take these two triangles, this one and this one. Why we are taking these two triangles? Because in these two triangles we will prove that these two are congruent, and by CPCT we will prove that this side will be equal to this side. And then on the other hand, we will take this triangle and this triangle, and with the help of congruency criteria, again we will prove that this side is equal to this side. So using these two equations we can solve, we can get that all the three sides are equal, and so I have done this proof. Okay, so these two triangles I have taken. We can say that this side is equal to this side, wrote. BD will be equal to AE as an equilateral triangle, all the things are equal. This angle is equal to this angle. Why? Because in an equilateral triangle all the angles are equal. So why we got one side, one more side, and one angle. Okay, so by side angle side congruency criteria, these two triangles are congruent. If these two triangles are congruent, then we say that this side will be equal to this side, because this is the side of this triangle, this is the side of this triangle. So these two triangles are equal by CPCT. Okay, let us give this to be first equation. Now similarly you can come to these two triangles. Again this side will be equal to this side. Okay, this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, and this side will be equal to this side. So by SAS again they are congruent. By CPCT we may say that FE is equal to ED. Give these two as first and second equation. Now from first and two, what we can say that if LHS are equal, then their RHS are also equal. So on a one we can write that FE is equal to BD is equal to ED, and if these three sides are equal, then FDE is an equilateral triangle. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, let us move to the next question now. Now come to question number 12. What is given to us that ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. The bisector of angle ABC and ACD meets at O. Prove that OBC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle ABC where AB is equal to BC. A point which is taken inside the triangle such that when you draw a line from here, it is becoming the angle bisected. That means this angle is bisected by this line. And here also the angle is bisected by this line. So we have to prove that this triangle which is formed is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So given AB is equal to AC. Okay. Let's start the proof that as AB is equal to AC, so the angle ABC, this ABC angle, and angle ACB will be equal by the isosceles triangle property. We know this. Okay. Now, see what I am doing, dividing both the sides by 2. I am dividing these two angles by 2. And why we are doing so? Because what we need, if we could prove that this angle is equal to this angle, then again by isosceles triangle property we may say that this line will be equal to this line and it becomes the isosceles triangle. Okay, by the reverse property, if sides are equal, angles will be equal. Now in this we are proving if angle is equal, then sides will become equal. Okay, so that is why I am dividing both the angles by 2. And if I divide this angle ABC by 2, I may get this angle or this angle, but we don't require this angle, we require only this angle. Okay, so that is why I am writing angle ABC upon 2 can be written as angle OBC, and angle ACB upon 2 can be written as angle OCB. Okay, so these two becomes equal. Now if angle OBC is equal to OCB, then by isosceles triangle property we may say that OB becomes equal to OC. That means this side will be equal to this side, and hence the OBC becomes an isosceles triangle because two sides came equal. So hence it is an isosceles triangle. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, now let us come to question number 14. Now try to understand question number 14. So you are given with a triangle ABC. Let me read the question. The equal sides AB and AC of an isosceles triangle, this AB and AC of an isosceles triangle, they are produced to D and E. Okay, so we have to produce them, we have to extend them like this. The bisector of the angles CBD, the bisector of the angle, that means we need to draw a line like this, and the bisector of angle BCE, that means this line, they both are meeting on a point O. Okay, so you have to prove that here this triangle is becoming an isosceles triangle, because they are saying that prove that OBC has two equal sides. So OBC has two equal sides. So definitely if a triangle is having two sides equal, then that is an isosceles triangle. So we may clearly write like to prove OBC, triangle OBC is an isosceles triangle. Okay, we given what we are given with that AB is equal to AC, that is isosceles triangle. What is the proof? As by property of isosceles triangle, we know one exterior angle, that exterior angles are equal when they are produced from the equal side. You may please write this also, that these two are equal, and if you produce them, that see, if this is an isosceles triangle, and if you produce these two sides, then this exterior angle is also equal. Okay, so we may write CBD is equal to BCE. Okay, and using the logic of the previous question which I have explained you in the 12th, that let us divide both the angle by 2. So what will happen? Let us divide angle CBD upon 2 is equal to BCE upon 2. So if this is the angle bisector, so we may write that the half of this angle can be equal to this one or this one, but we don't need this angle, so we will mention this angle. This also the bisector, that means half will be equal to, let us consider this one. So CBO is equal to BCO. Now if this angle is equal to this angle, definitely this side will be equal to this side, and if these two are equal, OBC is an isosceles triangle. So let me tell you this questions, just 2-3 things: congruency criteria, CT, isosceles triangle property. These three if you keep in mind, you can definitely solve the question. Okay, they are just this short liner questions are there. Now let us come to the next question. Okay, now come to question number 16. You have that in triangle ABC, the altitude BD and CE with respect to the sides AC and AB respectively are equal. Prove that AB is equal to AC. You know, this is just a reverse of, let me tell you where we have proved this, that BD is equal to C. Question number 8. You know, this 16th question is totally the reverse of 8th question. There in the 8th question, they were asking you that this BD is equal to CE, provided AB was equal to AC. Now in this question, they are telling you to prove that this AP is equal to AC provided these two angles. Okay, so we have to totally go in the reverse and follow the same procedure. Okay, we'll be taking which two triangles? Will be taking this triangle and this triangle. In these two triangles, we may say that CE is equal to BD, which is given part. Okay, angle A is common, again the same steps, and D is equal to E because altitude, and altitude you know 90 degree. So the angles. So we got one side, one angle, and one more angle. So by angle side congruency criteria, the two triangles are congruent to each other, and by CPCE we may say that this AB will be equal to AC. Okay, so this is the proof. So I think I should wind up now. Okay, we'll see in the next lecture. Okay, till that do the practice and solve. Today we have covered many questions, so I hope you solve the rest questions and you can ask the doubt if you have any. Okay, till that, thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.